Welcome to Morning After Grief.
I'm your host Samaya.
And I'm your host Kelsey.
And on today's episode, we're going to be talking about the diagnosis, which is going to be very real raw. Real raw. And just wherever this goes, we're just going to go with it. Anyway.
And you know what, I think for Samaya as well, like, obviously I've had longer to process it, so I spoke about it more times, so this is very, very fresh for you, so yeah, we'll definitely see some raw emotions episode.
So, my dad, he was 51. I always asked my mum, like, you know, do you think if Daddy went to the hospital earlier, like, he would still be here? And my mum always says to me, no, Samaya, you can't ask yourself these questions because what's done is done in a way. So he did go to the hospital, and then it got to a point where my mum was literally like, no, like, I am going to force you to go to the hospital and see what is wrong with you. So they went, and little did I know that was the last time that my dad was going to walk out of the house. And I remember he was at the bottom of the stairs, and like, I was just like, this is not going to go well. Like, he's either going to come back a totally different person, or he's going to be coming back in a body bag, which basically ultimately is what happened. I remember getting the message from my mum, and I just couldn't believe it. I was just like, no way, like, this is what has happened. You can't basically write destiny. I don't think me now, like, it still doesn't feel real to me.
For me, my dad was 52 when he passed away. After a few days of tests and stuff, we found out that he had small cell lung cancer, but that was the primary sort, and it spread to his brain, and he had 20 tumours on his brain when it had spread. It had spread so rapidly that, yeah, it was too far gone at that point. But I just think in that moment, even when I was in that room, it didn't feel real. I was sat there and they're saying to you, you know, like, we've found something, and I think you do initially think it must be cancer, it's got to be cancer, but I feel like with hospitals, they're not very straight to the point, so you build up this, what is it, just tell me what it is, and they don't give you a definitive answer. And I think that just in itself was a lot for us. You know, you've all in like 12 hours, someone's been rushed to hospital, then you find out there's something wrong with them, and then it just gets worse and worse. And I think, yeah, that was us. And obviously he didn't know for a while until he came out of his coma and stuff like that, but yeah, that was quite a shock in itself. I think that if you're being told, you know, you need to get here because something's happening, and then as sad as it sounds, you prepare yourself for that, and then when it doesn't happen, you're like, oh, like, not that you want it to happen, but it's like you've had to mentally prepare yourself for that, to then get there and it'd be like, oh no, actually he's fine. It's like, but why even say it if you're not 100% set that that's what's happening?
Yeah. So how did you kind of prepare yourself for even hearing that your dad had cancer? Like, what?
I think that, you know, from when he got rushed into hospital, you kind of, you know, that is, you see on the TV as well about, you know, if you've got a cough, if this and that, so the signs were there, but you wasn't, no, like, it's not gonna happen. But I think for me, like, I kind of had an inkling that something was wrong, so as much as it didn't make it any easier, I kind of knew that, so I kind of then did think that. But I think for me, the worst part was then him finding that out. I think that I put my feelings aside because he didn't know yet, and he wasn't going to know for a few days. So I think I more shut out all my feelings and thought, this isn't about me. He doesn't even know what's going on. So I kind of just had to, you know, you kind of shut off your feelings, and you think, I'll just have to do whatever I need to do in that point, just to get through. But yeah, I think, yeah, you just go in autopilot.
That's a good word to describe it. Because I feel like I tried to, like, not, this sounds bad, but like, I wanted to remember my dad for who he was, rather than seeing him on a hospital bed.
Like, obviously seeing my dad in a coma, it's like, you don't know how they're going to come out of that. You don't know whether, you know, when people are put to sleep and they're, you know, induced into a coma, you don't know if they're 100% going to come out and they're going to be the same person. So a part of you was sat there thinking, like, is he going to know who I am?
Yeah.
Like, how badly has this affected him? He's had 20 tumours on his brain and they've only just been found now. Like, how badly is this going to affect him?
like days before, like my dad, he, no matter what happened, like he could be literally dying as he was, and he'd still go to work because he thought, you know, I've got bills to pay, I've got, even though me and Sana were grown up, he'd still worry about, okay, what they're gonna eat, you know, and that's the type of person he was. And seeing him still going to work and still just trying to be a human being, you just realize how much that person actually does for you when you see them in hospital and not well. And I think that was the biggest thing for me, because it's like, what? Like, how have you just gone from being normal to just being so sick so quickly, and now you're not here anymore? That's another thing that hit me with grief. Like, it's like a stab, I think I would describe it as. Some days you're okay, and then what it is with me, I don't like talking about my dad.
No.
I don't know what it is, I just don't like talking. Like, even me and my mum would just, I think for us it's like out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah. It's
Even his stuff.
resurfacing that trauma, isn't it? It just feels too fresh. And you feel like almost you shouldn't be having to talk about him in such a way.
It feels wrong.
Yeah.
It feels wrong, like, to talk about them in the past tense.
But everything that they were and everything that they stood for and all that hard work they put in, and now this is all we can do is talk about them.
Yeah.
And I think even like the whole process of him coming home from Addenbrooke's after like being there for, I think it was over a week or so, like your life literally changes from that second. And from the moment he came home, me and my mum cared for him. You know, it was doing like little things, and you do just feel really bad for that person in that time, because it was hurting my heart seeing him like that. But like I said before, he was so independent, he was so, you know, he wanted to do everything, he was such like a physical person, you know, so then to have that ripped away from you, it's just not a nice feeling for somebody to watch that, someone that you love, to have that ripped away from them. So you can only imagine how he felt in that moment. I think that's what makes it feel worse, is sitting and thinking like, but how did he feel? But how did he feel? Because in that moment, like, I was in that room when he got told what he had, but that didn't process. He did not process that. And I think that's hard as well, because you don't, like, yes, he said that, you know, oh, it is what he literally said, it is what it is. Oh, it is what it is.
That literally reminds me of something my dad would say. Like, they were the same people. Oh, it is what it is, it's life.
Yeah, it is what it is. What can you do now? It's happened.
Yeah.
And you just think like that, as well as obviously that's the sad reality of it. He didn't let that change like his mindset. He's very much like, it's happened now. What can we do from here?
What advice would you give to people, say our age, hearing a diagnosis?
With a diagnosis, I just think that whoever it is that is being diagnosed, that obviously somebody that you love, you just have to put your feelings aside. You have to, in that moment, like, feel in privacy. That's what I would say for me, is that you need to feel in privacy, because they're going to be so scared. They're going to be so scared, and you've got to think like, you are so special to that person. I know you should like just let your feelings out, but you need to be strong for that person, because if they've just had this diagnosis and then they're thinking like it's them that's caused this upset to you, just be as strong as you can. Like, put in the time, like, spend so much time with that person. It doesn't matter if you're doing like the smallest things. Like, I think there's many of times where I just sat in the garden and I just next to him, didn't talk. Sometimes you just sat there and you just think, even their presence. So I think like for someone that's had that diagnosis, for somebody that they're close to, is just put your feelings aside for some time and just give that person the support they need. It might not even be like, you know, oh, do you want me to do this, do you want me to do that? Like, just let them know that you're there for them, because you're navigating obviously the idea of something big happening to them, but their whole life has changed. So I think, for me, it's just putting your feelings aside and showing the person that you are, really. But yeah,
I think the same as well, just being selfless, not thinking about yourself, thinking about how they feel and what they're going through. And I think as well, just spending as much time with your parents as you can, like, no matter if they have an illness or not, because once they're gone, like, they are gone. They're not coming back. They're not coming back on your good days or your bad days. They're not going to be there when you're crying, when you're happy. they're just not going to be there. Okay, their presence some days might feel like that it is there, but them as a person, they're not here anymore. And I think for me, it's so weird because I had this feeling, like, before my dad passed away, a couple of months before, I used to sit with my mum and dad, like when I'd come back from uni, and we just watch game shows and just do different things, like watch different things. And we used to always say to him, Daddy, you're so good, like, because we'd be watching The Chase or The Tipping Point, and he'd know every single answer, and I'd be like, you need to go on there, like, what are you doing? And he's like, nah, I don't want to do that. And I remember my dad loved fruit, and he came up to me with a piece of fruit, and I really didn't want to eat it. I just didn't want it, didn't feel like it. And he goes, no, just eat it. And I just had a thought in my head, and I was like, when he dies, I'm not going to have this anymore. And like, why did I feel like that? Like, why am I asking myself, oh, when my dad passes away, even though you think, oh, he's healthy, why am I getting feelings like that? It's like I deep down knew that something was going to happen. That's why when I came from uni, I just spend time with people that you love. Just really, you never know when it's going to be the last time. You genuinely don't.
I think it should just grab every opportunity.
Yeah.
I said, as simple as just sitting with them, watching something they like, ask them about their day.
Yeah.
Just literally ask them about their day. It was quite good in the way of when we found out of going, you know, I'm taking every opportunity to spend time with this person, but it is doing that extra. You know, I don't know, go out and you've spoke about something, they've said that something's their favourite thing, go and do that thing.
Do it, yeah.
They might, even if they're not poorly, like, just literally just one day just go, you know what, I know that you enjoy doing this, let's go do this. A really big thing is to just actually live your life as well, like with anybody that you love. Just take every opportunity, you know, money comes back, like people don't when they're gone.
Exactly. But yeah, we hope you found comfort from this episode of us talking about the diagnosis. I hope you can just listen and maybe learn something from what we've been speaking about. Anything else you want to say?
It might be that, you know, you've just found out someone close to you has been diagnosed with it, and you think, you know, like, I can't handle this right now, what do I do next? You just be strong and be there for that person. They are the like sole purpose of everything.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching.
See you on the next episode.